And the offense readies for a first down and 10. On first and 10, McNair. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
A 6-yard pickup.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game. With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
That's complete to his running back, Evans. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. And you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. Third down conversion here is big. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. Naeem Hines, his first carry. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
39-yard line.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Now McNair off the play fake. Gets it left side to Johnson. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 38-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
I have no crystal ball up here. I can't truly see into the future. But if they don't start getting some pressure on him, make him move around a little bit and do something with the receivers, change up their timing, they're going to get shredded as we've seen so far. Right now, they're off to a blazing start.
Yeah, and you are right. He looks way too comfortable back there in the pocket.
Yeah, there shouldn't be a pillow back there for him, right? As a defensive guy, they've got to dump him on his backside a few times, shake things up.
Yeah, they're going to need an in-drive adjustment here on this first series.
First and goal.
That's good for 28 yards. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering. Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up second and goal. Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, the pass rush is just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a third and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
We're scoreless after 1.
No score.
Big play coming here. It's third and goal. Now McNair. And it's caught. Touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And this offense takes the ball down the field and scores on their opening drive. Well, that drive felt like it took up an eternity. We finally have some action on the scoreboard.
Yeah, but plenty of action prior to, because that drive took up all the first quarter before we spilled into the second, and finally, points were registered.
On the other sideline, they're chomping at the bit just to get the football. It's up and good, and it'll give his guys a 7-0 lead. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
At their own 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They go play action now. Jackson. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. It's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Sanders. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
A gain of 13.
Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
A carry now for Bettis. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. A gain of 3, second down.
32-yard line.
But from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains, that means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line.
A 2-yard gain.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But just still.
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down.
8 yards. And it's 4th down.
Now Jordan Berry on to kick this one away.
Jordan Berry in.
A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Fielded at about the 28. A nice punt, but a good run back as well, 13 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
His pass.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at their 49-yard line.
From the gun, it's Jackson. He's going to wind up and air it out. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd
after the incompletion. Here now, 3rd and 2. From the gun, Jackson. He's going to try and go deep again. Clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Deion Sanders, the Hall of Famer, with the pick.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
2nd and 4. At the
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, it's McNair. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, here's McNair. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Fielded at the 33. Call it an even 40-yard punt. 7-0 on the return. And possession will switch hands. 1st and 10. Lamar Jackson marching back onto the field. He and his team, they have had a rough go of it here in this first half. Maybe time for him to put his foot down here in the 2nd quarter.
Put his foot down and become a little more accurate throwing the football. He's already thrown 2 interceptions. He's trying to find a way to equal things out. And instead of it going to the opponents, get it to his own receivers and find the end zone.
Well, you mentioned those 2 picks. No touchdown passes yet either. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on it at 2nd down. Throwing again. Jackson. Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off by Cliff Harris, the 6-time Pro Bowler. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Hey folks, it's the coach here. Welcome back for another exciting matchup in Madden Ultimate Team.
Get strapped in. It's just about time to get the party started. And we are underway in Southern California. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
They'll take over 1st down and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
So the Barons looking at a 1st and 10 as they get ready to go. Play action. It's McNair. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Johnson. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And a Brooklyn 1st down.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. First carry for the Hall of Famer. It's the boss, Jerome Bettis. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. The tackle there by Richard Sherman.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hope you'll get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run.
And it's caught. Touchdown. A big play there. 47 yards. And his guys have taken a first quarter lead.
Morton Anderson.
The underdog here is showing no fear. Great opening drive.
Now, we weren't in the locker room for the pregame speech, but I will guarantee you, somewhere along the way, the head coach said, let's just grab a big stick and smack them with it and let them know we're going to be here today. They may be the team that's supposed to be superior, but we're not backing down to anyone.
And on the road, no less, setting the tone. This one taken just inside the 10. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Oh, so close to an interception. Run that beautifully. Got his hands on it, couldn't get it. And it's 2nd down.
Cliff Harris.
And there shouldn't be any surprise at all when we watch him flash his arm. Easy motion, easy action, and that ball flies downfield.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. Oh, he'll take a shot from McCaffrey downfield. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Nice play there to force incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Welcome in, everybody. It's the coach with you here today for another edition of Madden Ultimate Team.
Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week, and we are underway in Southern California. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
1st down and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
And now the offense getting set, 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's McNair. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
On 2nd down, McNair. Throw right side is hauled in by the tight end Gonzalez. The 30. And all the way down to the 26.
Complete to Tony.
A big play there on the catch and run. 49 yards. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What, does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. When they make one against you, makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. 13 yards remaining on second down. From the gun, McNair. Oh, ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35.
Second down pass. Intercepted. The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Refusing to go down. They can't tackle him. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 25 yards, the pickup there, and also a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the
What we saw there, that's what we know that he can do. He can break tackles and turn them into big runs, and that's what he did.
And what is the buzz phrase nowadays in football for a guy like that? Contact balance. The ability to go through trash, come out the other side, avoid and run through contact, and keep your balance.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
On 2nd down, it's James. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now a give, right side, James. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. 15 yards. And the Chargers have taken a first-quarter lead. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
1st down and 10 at their own.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And 7.
To throw on 2nd down, Steve McNair. Over the middle, complete. That's Gonzalez. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Off the play fake. McNair. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30.
A 28-yard
A really good pickup of 28 yards. Catches like that from Mike Evans, just another reason he was the 7th pick in 2014.
It's almost not fair because you can see the frame. What is he, about 6'5" or so, somewhere in that neighborhood? So his catch radius is absolutely tremendous. That makes it very difficult to cover him, even if you surround him with people. But also, he can run. I mean, his speed is absolutely surprising to a lot of people.
Number 88,
That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Run. This is Bettis. And now we'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what?
Oh, right? Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
Makes the score, Chargers 7, Barons 3.
And automatic, Morton Anderson does it again. Knocks another one through the post. I have to be careful because it's almost boring. You know, just how accurate he is. So he knocks another one through.
All-time NFL leading scorer. He's known as the Great Dane because he's from Copenhagen. I think, Charles, he actually leads 2 different franchises in scoring, does he not? The Charger drive about to get going. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds.
This is caught inside the 15. And he's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Operating from the gun, Jackson. This will be caught at about the 5. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Here's 2nd and 2 now from the 3. Throwing is Jackson. And this will be caught. It's Johnson for the Charger touchdown. The 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead.
Harrison Butker.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Woodson on the return. They'll take over 1st down and 10. At their own.
Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
2nd and 1 at the 33-yard line.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. from the gun. McNair into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And these guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Intercepted. The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Butker's kick here is good. And that will do it for this first half. First half in the... We now proceed to the start of the second half. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. Solid return. Pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
At their own 32-yard line.
Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's a handoff out of the gun. They'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
The ball carrier.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Third and 2. Here's Jackson. And they will catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule it out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They'll try and run for it. He's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
4th and 2 in the NFL, not ordinarily a running down anymore. Usually that ball's moved through the air. They went ahead and gave it to the back, and he ends up picking up the first down. I'm not sure if they fooled him as much as they just did a nice job executing.
Needed 2, and they got 3. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. They'll keep it on the ground. It's James. Room here to run. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. big yards on that one, and a Charger first.
First and 10 at the 40.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
They'll run on 1st down. It's James. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line.
The tackle made.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
That's the end of the third quarter.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Smith in on the tackle.
Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
3rd and 8.
Eighth play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down right around the 18-yard line. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down.
That was a good forceful run, and it demonstrates why you've got to put your body on a runner when you're trying to tackle him. If you just go in there and just try and get him down with arm tackles, usually doesn't work very well, and we saw in that play, he'll run right through those attempted plays.
Anthony Lynn says now's the time. His guy's going on 4th down. Here we go on 4th down. And trying to push his way forward, but I think he's going to be short. And he is short. Anthony Lynn went for it, but did not get it. And as a result, possession switches hands. And I am not sure, partner, there what the mindset was to go for it. I don't know.
And some teams just feel that possession is the key to everything. They just want to have the football in their hands. No matter how it goes to the other team, they just don't trust doing that. So they say, listen, go for it and try and finish it ourselves.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He was looking for his running back, Naheem Hines. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
You could tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw again. McNair over the middle, and it's incomplete. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when the next defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
There defensively to knock it away was the safety, Justin Reed.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Good coverage that time by Derwin James. So now with a little over 2 minutes to play, the road back gets very difficult.
Difficult, but still not impossible if they go ahead and play this thing out. Now the defense has to come up big. They've got to go for the strip of the football on each and every snap to try and give themselves a chance.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
First and goal with Lamar Jackson leading the charge, the 23-year-old quarterback. And if they find the end zone here, they'll reach that number 23 on the scoreboard. They'll keep it on the ground. James. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
No gain.
He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. On 2nd down now, it's James. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game.
3rd and goal.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now the ball comes loose. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I'm guessing that on the sidelines there might be a few words said about that mistake there, but I don't think it's going to hurt them in the long run. They're still going to get out of here with a win.
Yeah, they got the 2-score cushion, but you know what coaches say, Charles? Finish strong.
Finish the game out the way it's supposed to be played. In fact, coaches might be secretly happy. Gives them a chance to do a little extra coaching next week.
And this is one of those bang-bang plays, Charles. Did the knee hit first or did the ball come out first?
This is where you need that 20/20 eyesight, don't you, Brandon? You've got to see which one happened first. If the knee hit the ground, then they will keep possession. challenge was initiated by the guys in New York. Taking a look at the play, less than 2 minutes to go.
Yeah, I'm sure the coach wanted to challenge it, so he's probably going to send the New York office a holiday card. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. This to make it a 3-score game late. Butker's kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
The score, Chargers 20, Barons 3.
And that one will go down in the books as just a one-play drive and then 3 points tacked on to the end of it. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Now, aren't I, though?
Rod Woodson on the return. They'll take over first down and 10 at their own 20.
Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Now this one is running back out of the backfield. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards, and it'll be second and very short. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And that'll make it third down. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers. So a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Gonzalez. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
To Tony Gonzalez.
Now McNair looking for a first down throw.
And there was absolutely zero pressure on the quarterback on that play. Third down, and he has all the time in the world to eventually find an open receiver for a first down pickup.
He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard. The 14-time Pro Bowler Tony Gonzalez, the intended receiver. But now it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on fourth down. Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Victory formation time for the Chargers. They take a knee. Nicely done. Another one up, another one down. Keep grinding and keep racking up those wins.